This is what I'm having to start my day today. I am going to be leaving the house soon for my doctor's appointment, so I packed this breakfast to go. What I have here is a cup of mixed frozen unsweetened speed fruit and some non-fat Greek yogurt. I have one serving, which is 100 calories. The fruit is 70 calories. And the almond milk is my one healthy extra A for the day out of two, and that is 53 calories for 400 mils. I have a half serving of Fiber One cereal, which instead of using as one full serving, I could use as a healthy extra B, which I get one a day. However, I'm deciding that I'm not going to have that much. As you can see, this is a big breakfast, especially for me with a lap band. So I've chosen to have half a serving for 45 calories and 2 cents on the Slimming World plan. So in total, this is 265 calories, including 53 for the almond milk for the day for tea and coffee. And I think this looks like a really nice breakfast. I have added some cinnamon and I layered it nicely. It's important to make your food look pretty for yourself so that you don't feel like you're on a diet, because this to me does not look like diet food. It looks like healthy food, which is going to taste really good to me. And that's another thing that's important, to always make sure your food tastes good to your liking, not to mine or anyone else's, because if you don't enjoy your food, you're not going to stay on plan long, no matter what plan you're following. So I'm going to go now to get ready for my appointment, and I will be enjoying this later on because I am fasting and I cannot have anything before I have my blood work. This is what's for lunch today. It's the other half of the ham steak that I had yesterday, which is 4 ounces and free in protein on Slimming World. I just put some mixed organic greens and a cup of sliced red grapes and a little bit of chopped yellow onion. I drizzled some Skinny Girl dressing. It's not going to be tracked because it's not enough to track. Less than a tablespoon is less than 5 calories. And that's probably a teaspoon and a half to 2 teaspoons that I put on. So I will put the tracking info for you here. And I'm off now to get my car taken care of. Tonight's dinner is a completely 1, 2, 3 throw together meal. Best kind of meal to have at dinner time when you've been out all day. So what do we have here? I have a combination of cremini mushrooms, which I sauteed in a nonstick pan with my extra virgin olive oil spray. I added in lazy garlic, a good tablespoon, because I love garlic, otherwise known as minced garlic in water in the US. Then I added in a dozen of grape tomatoes. I also put some of the eggplant and onion sauteed mix that I had pre-prepped. And then I took 5 ounces of pre-made chicken breast. In this case, this was from a rotisserie chicken that I bought. You could also just take boneless chicken breast and prep it in your air fryer, taste to the way you like it. And then you have that you can then freeze cooked or just have in the fridge prepped so you can throw it into a meal like this. I have some whole wheat pasta, 2 ounces cooked, penne pasta, which was in the freezer. That was already pre-made. Just took it and threw it into the pan. Everything was just like literally 1, 2, 3 in the pan. I used my Mrs. Dash, my most favorite garlic and herb seasoning. And then I also put some oregano and a splash of balsamic. Topped it off with feta cheese. This is 28 grams at 70 calories, and that is going to be my second healthy extra A for the day. Otherwise, this is a completely sin-free dinner, and I will put the tracking info right here for you. In the meantime, I'm going to go enjoy this meal because I'm quite hungry tonight. Hello there, my friends. I am back at the end of another eating day already. It is January 3rd, and I can't believe it. Today is my son Steven's 40th birthday, and I cannot believe that either. I was going through some baby pictures of him this morning because I always post something on my Facebook to wish my kids happy birthday on the day of. Anyway, I'm mentioning this because I came across a photograph of me a few days after he was born, and that I looked at that photograph. I'm not standing up because naturally when I tend to be very overweight, I don't take pictures. So this picture is sitting down. I'm holding my son. But I look at that picture and I see a very obese person. I went from 108 pounds to 200 pounds over the course of 2 pregnancies back to back. And yeah, so I'm going to put this picture in here for you to see, just for the whatever of it, just to show it to you. But following that pregnancy with Stephen, how did I lose that weight? I walked. I bought a pair of what we call Skips sneakers. They are not like the sneakers. I hadn't bought a pair of sneakers since I was in high school. And those were Converse at the time for gym class. These were just what we call Skips. You know, the white ones with the, they're really just run around, knock around shoes. They're not really anything like walking shoes. So yeah, I bought a pair of those. I put the baby in the big Silver Cross coach carriage. If I find a picture, I'll put it here. And you could see how big it was. And I put him in there and I walked miles and miles and miles. And I also breastfed for a while, and that just slowly but surely, it took me almost a year to get that weight off, to get myself back to, I never went back down to 108 pounds, obviously, but I did get myself back down to about, I want to say 128 pounds. And for a long time, I stayed there. But anyway, let me get back to the subject at hand, what I eat in a day. My dinner was absolutely delicious. I have not completely finished it yet. And you'll notice under the dinner totals that I did add in there what is going to be my healthy extra beef for the night, and that is a protein bar with one, I think I added a sin on for that. I don't remember. I have to speak with the people at Slimming World. I'm going to send them, they ask you to send packaging. You can use the sin calculator. I think I have to look back in there. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, it's not a big deal. I hardly used any sins today. So I also will put the totals here for you for the day of the calories, minus, keep in mind that I did not put any of my vegetables in those calories. So you could figure 100 to 300 a day in vegetables, depending how much I eat. So yes, the dinner was delicious. Now, let me give you some tips on what works for me that may help you, regardless of if you're calorie counting or you're on Slimming World or Weight Watchers or what have you. A little bit of prep, not a whole lot. A little bit of convenience, such as a rotisserie chicken to have in the fridge to use over a couple days' time for different things. Like, we're 2 people here, so Jim could easily eat. If I take a piece of the breast, he can eat the whole chicken. It's not really that big. And so between the 2 of us, we finished that off like in one meal. Buy boneless chicken breasts. Put them in your air fryer. Saute them on top of your stove with some chicken broths and some seasonings. Cut them up, put them in the fridge, put some of them in the freezer. You know, I'm not talking about a big family pack. You could maybe get a pack of 6 breasts or 3 breasts, and just depending how many people you're feeding. You could use it for lunches. You could use it for a snack in the afternoon. Have some chicken with a piece of fruit, or even use it as I did this evening with dinner. Same thing with the macaroni. Make some macaroni, throw it in the freezer. You know, weigh yourself out, an ounce or 2 of cooked, and then proceed from there for your portion control. All your veggies. I have, this week I just prepped sweet potato and the eggplant. Now I'm going to make some of the eggplant with the plum tomatoes that is called shatsuka. I never remember that, but you all know what I'm talking about if you've seen my videos in the last few months, because I've made it, and you can have it with eggs, you can have it as a side, you can have it mixed with macaroni or rice, noodles, whatever you like. Something like that if you enjoy eggplant. Not everybody does. Just little things like that will mean the difference of you driving yourself crazy and becoming so famished that you just grab for anything, which is not good. Because if you've had a really good day, the last thing you want to do is come home, and because your day didn't go well, my day didn't go well today. I thought about what I was going to make on my ride home, because when I went to the car place at 1:30, I arrived. I called ahead to confirm my appointment time. Guess what? I was there until 4:30. I went to Adams, as you saw in the clip of lunch. I was in Adams having coffee, and then I got the banana and the yogurt, and I had that. And I sat in Adams for 2 hours, which wasn't a problem because they have a little cafe area, and they're very accommodating like that. I mean, it was after lunch hours anyway. But so now what do? You know, if you don't have a crock pot meal going when you're out, sometimes things go that way. So I said, okay, what do I have at home? Thinking fast to myself. And by the time I got into the driveway, I knew exactly what I was going to do. But if I had not had some of these things prepped, I would never start making macaroni. I wouldn't have done that. I probably would have went for bread. And then I wouldn't have had my B choice for my protein bar, which is much better for me than like grabbing for white bread and having to sin it, which is probably what I would have ended up doing or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to explain in detail because I know we've all been there. And you don't want to throw your day off because you didn't have a little something to grab because the day didn't go the way you planned, you know? And you want it to be fast in those situations. You don't want to be there at the stove for half an hour or 45 minutes because I got home a little later. I was hungry. I'm much hungrier today than I was yesterday. I'm also sick again. I went to the doctor. Yeah, I donated my blood. I've never had my blood drawn from a vein in my wrist, but that's okay. It didn't hurt. It's probably going to be brutally black and blue when I take this off later. Anyway, so that went without a hitch. But by the time I got to the doctor's office, I said, oh my God, I have a sinus infection again. So she didn't give me antibiotics. She gave me steroids. I'm not really happy about that. Steroids do what is the word? It's late. I'm sorry, guys. Depress. They depress your immune system. I don't want to be having that. And I don't like taking them. I had to take them, if you remember, back in October, and I wasn't thrilled about it. But then I had bronchitis. I was sick. I really need them. I don't know. I asked my pharmacist that I've known for years, Tony, what's with the steroids? I wanted my amoxicillin. I know what my body needs. I'm old enough to know that. They're trying to get away from antibiotics. I'm like, okay, well, I guess after I finish this round, if it doesn't dry up and go away, I'm going to be paying another doc. I'll be making a phone call asking them to call it in because I'm not going to go back again. I don't think I feel like doing that. Anyway, so yeah, I have that again, but I'll be fine. I just am like not feeling so hot. Anyway, let me show you what I purchased. I got these 5-pack LED push lights that you put 3 AAA batteries in. 5-pack. I got 2 5-packs. I can't tell you the price. I could stick it in here if I remember. You could always ask me in comments. I'm happy to accommodate. I just have to look it up on Amazon. These are for my under cabinet because my kitchens are dark, especially when I show you my food hauls. That kitchen is very dark and it's driving me nuts. So I got these to help me. The ring light can't go up close enough, and it's just really getting to me because it's too dark. Anyway, so I got these to put under on the 2 sides, and I also got what my phone is currently attached to, this. You can see it. And this is great. You can do different things with it. These legs are very flexible. You can use it as for like a selfie stick if you want. And on top here, you see this light. I don't have it charged. It has to be charged with the USB port. So I just opened it now. It came in the mail, so I didn't have a chance. But this is going to also help me when I do my food hauls because it'll be very up close to the food, because you know I like to touch the food and give you an explanation as best I can to tell you about the food. And that ring is not good for that because I can't get it close enough and it's cumbersome and annoying. Anyway, what else did I get? From the same company, Wolanzi. This was recommended to me by a fellow YouTuber, my friend Lori FLM. She does keto. She's a lovely woman, and she uses this. This is a 2-pack of microphones. I realized that I should have these, and like when you're in the car, talking, I know that's how she uses it. And also, if I'm far away from the phone, obviously it will be very helpful to have this. So this charges within the pack. There's a port down here. Actually, it's green. Oh wow. Oh no, but these are blinking. I don't know if you can see that. They're blinking red. Can't really see it that well. And under here it was showing green. So I guess maybe it came charged but not fully charged. So yes, this is what it is. And so wireless microphone, one connector receiver, and 2 microphones. The receiver obviously goes in the phone. So when I'm using this light, it's nice because I'll be able to use this light. The light doesn't plug into the phone. It's separate. And so I hope that this will make my videos better for you. I am trying. I am really, it's not that I can't do it. I've even thought about taking like one of those adult education classes. I could do it. It's a matter of how much patience do I have at this point in my life. I'm honest with you. I don't pull punches. There's no reason for it. But do I have the patience and do I really want to? I don't know. If Hannaford doesn't call me, I'm waiting for the call. I'm not in a rush. I think I may just start to do even, I'm going to consult with my friend Roy, Recipes with Roy. If you haven't checked him out, please do. It doesn't matter if you're in the UK. He is perfectly happy to take a recipe and revamp it for you and make it into a video if he can, if you send him the recipe. He's a wonderful man. He's a good friend of mine. I cherish him. He's a great, great man. Right now, he and his partner Paul are very sick, so he's not putting up a recipe video this week. But he is really good at doing videos. Obviously, he uses 2 cameras. If you watched any of his videos, it's very professionally done. So he told me that I could always ask if I had questions. So I may delve a little bit more because, Sebastian is he has pica. He likes to eat inedible things like paper and plastic. You cannot eat that. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence, but I think I'm leaning a little bit more toward I want to get better at doing my videos. I am trying. I mean, I'm good at inserting things. I have no problem with that. It's just a matter of the quality of the video. That I don't know, like how to make the adjustments and things like that. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, this is a good start. The other thing that I'm interested in getting with I have saved all of my Amazon rewards, is getting, oh my God, it's too late in the evening, I'm sorry. My grandsons have this. It's like a little camera. It's very small, and you can even put it in a special container. I remember when they got theirs. And you can go underwater with it, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. But I'm thinking about getting that, but I just don't know which one. I have to consult with my son to ask him if he would please look into that for me, because I think it might be fun to have that. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not in any rush. Let me first master how to do this microphone, because from what I understand, when you edit the video, the sound is different with the microphone, and you have to do something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I always talk too much lately. I don't know why. My apologies. Sebastian is making noise. They all need attention. Yeah, so again, back to the tips. Think about these things. Think about some things that you could have for go-tos. It will help you stay on plan, whatever plan you're on. And it will help you be satisfied. Like, you won't feel like you're on a diet. I don't feel like I'm on a diet. If I calorie count, or if the Slimming World is really, I'm really happy to be back on it. I'm very excited about it, very motivated. And it's making it easier for me because I have like that list of foods, so to speak, to choose from that are the kinds of foods that I really want to be eating. It's making it easier for me, and I'm not focusing on the calories the way I was, which is also making it easier for me to stay on plan. I really believe that. So we'll see what happens. So please do me a favor, do at least one thing to take care of yourself today. You are worth it. I'm sorry if you're the only one that doesn't believe that. I believe that you are worth it, because you are. It's important to have self-care. No one can do it for us. It is self-care. We have to do it for ourselves. I know it's hard. I'm never going to sit here and say it's not. If you're a younger person with a family, I remember I lived that life, and I totally get it. But if I could go back in time, I think I could have done better. I just didn't know how to figure it out at the time. And I also did not have anybody to tell me that I should have been doing that. Even though we should all know, but it's easy to lose focus. So please do that. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to see you very soon. And as always, I'm going to send you big hugs. And hopefully you're back on with me. And we're going to do this together. Okay? If you have anything you need, please let me know. And I will see you next time, guys. Thank you again.